Disappearance. The silence left behind by MH370. Night had settled softly over the windows of Kuala Lumpur Airport like a blanket. As the hours passed, the terminal's buzz subsided, leaving only the muffled sounds of wheels on the tarmac and the echo of announcements. Malaysia Airlines MH370 looked like just another one of the hundreds of international flights that took off every day. No one knew that this plane would soon become one of the world's greatest mysteries. As the plane taxied down the runway, the lights in the cockpit were steady and calm. The captain and co-pilot performed their checks with the practiced ease of years of experience. In the cabin, passengers fastened their seat belts. Some had already fallen asleep, while others were selecting movies from the screens in front of them. A businessperson was sending their last email, a student was thinking about their new life in Beijing. For all of them, this was just another ordinary flight. 041. MH370 took off. As it rose through the clouds, the city lights scattered below like stars. The plane settled into its planned route. The air was calm. The sky was silent, as always. And then, the silence changed. 1:19. The final message was sent from the cockpit to air traffic control. Good evening, Malaysia 370. This sentence would be the plane's last definitive connection with the world. Minutes later, something strange appeared on the radar screens. The plane's transponder signal was lost. This could generally be a malfunction or a brief technical issue. But MH370 did not return. It did not respond to calls, nor did it resend its signal. The plane seemed to have deliberately chosen to become invisible. Military radars showed the plane had made an unexpected maneuver. MH370 had deviated from its route, turned west, crossed the Strait of Malacca, and headed out to the open sea. It flew for hours, until it ran out of fuel. But no one saw this journey. The sky kept its secrets. The next morning, families waiting in Beijing gathered at the gates. The hour passed, the screens updated, but MH370 did not appear. At first, everyone thought it was a delay. Then the announcements stopped. The faces of the officials changed. Something was wrong. News agencies stepped in. Communication with a passenger plane has been lost. Within hours, the news spread around the world. The search began. The ocean was vast and boundless. Satellites, ships, planes. Everything was put into action. Days passed. Weeks passed. The sea yielded nothing. No fuselage, no wing, no clear trace. Only questions remained. Why did the plane deviate from its course? Why was the transponder turned off? What happened in the cockpit? And where did the 239 people go? Each new day began with hope and ended in disappointment. Months later, thousands of kilometers away in the Indian Ocean, pieces of the aircraft washed up on the shores of Africa. Wing fragments, small pieces of the fuselage. They all belonged to MH370, but the main wreckage was missing. These pieces were enough to confirm the truth. The plane had crashed into the sea, but how and why remained unknown. As time passed, theories multiplied. Some said it was a technical malfunction, others pointed to human error. Some argued it was a deliberate change of course, while others said the ocean was a force beyond human comprehension. Documentaries were made. Books were written. MH370 ceased to be just an airplane and became a symbol of disappearance in the modern age, but every theory discussed on screen did not change one fact. 239 people disappeared without even being able to say goodbye to their loved ones. Today, everyone looking out over the Indian Ocean still asks the same question. Are the answers waiting somewhere out there? Perhaps the true story of MH370 lies not in the metal fragments, but in the waiting of those left behind. The sky remains silent. The radars are still empty, and on some nights, the world still seems to hear that final sentence, "Good night."